much. When I signed on as commissioner of Waxhaw, I promised the residents that all my decisions would be analytically driven. As you know, I've been personally immersed in the delicate debate surrounding revaluation and thinking through all the scenarios that any financial decision might have on the future of Waxhaw, whether historic or modern. In that light, I've assembled and analyzed a massive amount of data that supports the opinions I present here tonight. In gathering the information needed to make an educated decision about our budget, I have met with residents, town personnel, and many of you to socialize my findings. I have toured the town facilities and evaluated our current situation. I have concluded that our town hall is no longer sufficient or even appropriate to serve the needs of our growing town. For instance, Parks and Recreation personnel, who are arguably the envy of Union County, are trying to work in converted houses and embarrassingly primitive spaces. Perhaps the most troubling part for me is the cinder block garage where a town resident must visit to make final arrangements for a loved one being buried in our picturesque cemetery. Let's face the facts together. There are 14 municipalities in Union County, and between 2010 and 2020, the average growth rate of the other municipalities has been 18%. During that same period, Waxhaw experienced 104% growth. This data has helped me logically conclude that our growth certainly could not have been a surprise to previous boards, which makes me ask with frustration, why wouldn't they plan more effectively, given these numbers, since they were on the front lines of this reality? I passionately believe that even the county could have implemented more frequent revaluations instead of being compelled only by legal requirements to assess, which could have mitigated the effort of this significant assessment being levied all at once. While doing my homework, I've read comments from naysayers who would like to cast a shadow of failure on our town, negative voices that are full of falsehoods. But I believe the light emanating from Waxhaw is too bright to be diluted by those who use their voices to frighten or refuse to come out in the open for a healthy debate. It is clear to me their comments point to an ignorance about the state of our town facilities and a lack of knowledge about how our incredible staff is working in substandard conditions. To me, the naysayers haven't taken the time to understand what we need to keep our positive movement sustainable as we work to protect the well-being and rights of over 20,000 Waxhaw residents. The reality, many people in and outside of Waxhaw want what we have. The vote on our fiscal year budget tonight is significant as it represents our town's commitment to putting facts over falsehoods and common sense over denial. My initial hesitation with parts of our fiscal year budget have been clearly resolved using the data collected, analyzed, and socialized with residents. Overwhelmingly, residents get it. They understand what needs to be done because the proverbial can has been kicked down the road for too long. And today is the day when we need to decide on a budget that will benefit our town for generations to come. Therefore, to ensure that we continue to experience what is already working to help Waxhaw emerge as a light for all, my decisions as commissioner will come from a place of positive, informed, and fact-based opinions. I ask each of you to join me in helping us stay the course and keep moving forward. Thank you, commissioners and Mayor Pappas, for giving me the floor to speak.